What is good, Boom Bap Nation? It's the Boom-BapHistorian back for an album review, and this is for an artist out of Miami, Florida, Wrekonize. And this album is produced entirely by Mike Summers. Wrekonize is an MC that was with the group Mayday that was coming through, I believe, was Strange Famous out there with Tech Nine. Then he went solo, and I really enjoyed the first two. There was actually a first project, but we're going to kind of skip that one. It was I think, The War Within and Into the Further. And it was at that point that I knew this dude was dope, but I kind of lost, I hate to say, I kind of lost some interest and kind of dug into a lot of other stuff, primarily the boom bap, so to speak. Um, but when this album dropped on 6/26, it was one that I really, really wanted to check out, and I was not disappointed. It reaffirmed how dope this dude is. There's just a lot of different emotions on this album. It's just a dope album. And at the end, what I was saying to myself is what I need to do then is to dig back into his discography, um, and check out some of his more recent projects because, like I said, after those first two or so, I really didn't go into it. Now, before this album dropped, there was some stuff that was dropping, that could have been signaling that album was coming, but nothing was really preparing me for what took place, and that is Wrekonize dropping Edited for Reality with production entirely by Mike Summers. Um, 16 tracks of just incredible hip hop. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the track listing. I enjoyed every track on this album. There's a couple that are the highlights for me, and I'll highlight those particular tracks. But yeah, so it starts off with the intro, which is on Angel de la Guarda. Track 2 is Alpha. Track 3, Ain't Backing Down. 4 is Freeway. 5 is Can't Stay, I'm Gone, featuring Lecture. The first one that I really think is one of the top tracks on this album is track 6, Snowfall. 7 is No Words. Then the dope collaboration track, You Should Get Slapped, featuring Stunnaman02, Burns, and One Ton. Track 9 is another standout, absolutely dope, featuring Stevie Stone, Cinder Blocks. Probably my favorite track from the entire album. 10 is If Anything, 11 is For Peace, 12 is Line in the Sand, 13 is Twisted. The really dope Planet Worth is track 14. No One Else, Be Myself is track 15. And a dope way to end it is Perfection 2026, featuring Rudy Goblin, I believe it is, and I might have messed that up, but um, absolutely, man, this is a really, really dope project. I enjoyed everything about this project. It's lyrically, again, it just emphasized that I never should have lost uh, following Wrekonize. Definitely probably have to reconsider where I put him on a list of MCs. This is just one of those albums that um, you just enjoy listening to. It's just a great listen, front to back, beginning to end, track for track, and the production. I'm familiar with Summers. I've heard projects from him, but as far as just a full length album, um, it's some of the best, if not the best, production I heard from Summers. And what it really also emphasizes too is there's something about a project with an MC and a producer, rather than multiple producers. But again, you can have multiple producers and put out phenomenal projects, but uh, this is definitely one of those projects that benefited from just one producer. Absolutely dope, man. Wrekonize Mike Summers, Edited for Reality, 6/26/26, and I give this album an overall 4.5 mics. All right, absolutely dope project. So go ahead, you can pick this up on Bandcamp for $10, or you can get it for $11.99 on iTunes, and I'm sure it's on other streaming platforms as well. Once again, stay tuned. More album reviews coming your way.